Hello friends, welcome to this new video. First, let's light up two candles, shall we? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and the last one, number 6. My warm milk, so one on this side, so I think that looks nice. Welcome to this new video. Today it's time to read again. Yeah, and I'm going to read out chapter 3 of the book Always and Forever Lara Jean. Are you guys ready? Let's begin. Let's see. Chapter 3. The next morning I put on the Popeye colored lipstick. Starmie likes me in. Gather up with my Easter eggs in a white wicker basket and drive over to Bellevue. I stop at the reception desk to drop off the eggs and chat with Shenik for a bit. I ask her what's she new, and she says there are 2 new volunteers, both UVA students, which makes me feel a lot less guilty about not coming around as much. I say goodbye to Shanice, then head over to Starmie's with my Easter eggs. She answers. The door is persimmon colored, kimono and lipstick to match, and cries out, Lara Jean, after she sweeps me into a hug. She frets, you're looking at my roots, aren't you? I know I need to dry my hair. You can barely tell I assure her. She is very excited about her Mary Antoinette egg. She says she can't wait to show it off to Alicia, too, her friend and rival. Did you bring one for Alicia too? She demands. Just you? I tell her, and her pale eyes gleam. We sit on her couch, and she wags her finger at me and says, "You must be completely moonstruck on your young man's, since you barely had time to visit with me." Contritively, I say, "I'm sorry. I come visit more now than college applications are in." The best way to deal with Starmie when she likes this is to charm and cajole her. "I'm only doing what you told me, Starmie." She cocks her head to the side. "What did I tell you?" "You said to go on lots of dates and lots of adventures, just like you did." She purses her orangey red lips, trying not to smile. Not to smile. "Well, that was very good advice I gave you. You just keeping listening to Starmie, and you be right as rain. Now, tell me something juicy." I laugh. "My life isn't that juicy." She me. "Don't you have any dances coming up?" "When? Prom?" "No, till May." "Well, do you have a dress?" "Not yet." "You better move on it. You don't want some other girls wearing your dress, dear." She studies my face. "With your complication, I think you ought to wear pink." Then her eyes light up as she snaps her fingers. "That reminds me, there's something I want to give you." Starmie hops up and goes to her bedroom, and she returns with a heavy velvet ring box. I open the box and let out a gasp. It's her pink diamond ring, the one from the veteran who lost his leg in the war. "Starmie, I can't accept this." "Oh, but you will. You're just the girl to wear it." Slowly I take the ring out and put it on my left hand. Oh, how it sparkles. It's beautiful. But I really shouldn't. It's yours, darling. Starmie winks at me. Heed my advice, Lara Jean. Never say no when you really want to say yes. Then yes. Thank you, Starmie. I promise I take good care of it. She kissed me on the cheek. I know you will, dear. As soon as I get home, I put it in my jewelry box for safekeeping. Later that day, I am in the kitchen with Kitty and Peter, waiting for my chocolate chip cookies to cool. For the past few weeks, I've been on a quest to perfect my chocolate chip cookie recipe, and Peter and Kitty have been my steadfast passenger on the journey. Kitty prefers a flat, lazy kind of chocolate chip cookie, while Peter likes his chewy. My perfect cookie is a right combination of the two. Crunchy but soft and light brown, not pale in color or flavor. A little height but not puffy. That's the cookie I've been searching for. I've read all the blog posts, seen the pictures of all the white sugar versus a mix of brown and white, of baking soda versus baking powder, vanilla bean versus vanilla extract, chip versus chalk versus chopped bears. I have tried freezing in balls flattering cookies with the bottom of a glass to get a even spread. I've frozen dough in a log and sliced it. I've scooped, then frozen, then scooped, and yet still my cookies rise too much. This time I used a considerable less baking soda, but the cookies are still vaguely puffy, and I'm ready to throw the entire batch out for not being perfect. Of course, I don't. That would be a waste of good ingredients. Instead, I say to Kitty, didn't you say you got in trouble for talking during silence reading last week? She nods. Take those to your teacher and tell her you baked them and you're sorry. I'm running low on people to give my cookies to. I have already given some to the mailman, Kitty bus driver, the nurse station, at Daddy's hospital. What will you do when you figure it out? Kitty asked me, her mouth full of cookies. Yeah, what's the point of all this? Peter says. I mean, who cares if a chocolate chip cookie is 8% better? It is still a chocolate chip cookie. I take a pleasure in the knowledge that I am in possession of the perfect chocolate chip cookie recipe. I will pass it down to the next generation of songgirls. Or boys, Kitty says. Or boys, I agree. To her, I say, now go upstairs and get a big mason jar for me to put those cookies in. And a ribbon, Peter asked. Will you bring some to school tomorrow? Well, I say because I want to see him make that pouty face I love so much. He makes the face and I reach up and pat his cheeks. You're such a boy. You love it, he says, snagging another cookie. Let's get the movie started, shall we? I promised my mum I would stop by the store and help her move some furniture around. Peter's mum, Peter, Peter's mum owns an antique store called Linden and White, and Peter helps her out as much as he can. Today's movie of our list is Romeo and Juliet, the 1969 version with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. Kitty already seen it a dozen or so times. I've seen bits and pieces, and Peter never seen it at all. Kitty drags her beanbag cushion downstairs and arranges herself on the floor with a bag of microwave popcorn beside her. The bag Kitty drags her beanbag cushion downstairs and arranges herself on the floor with a bag of microwave popcorn beside her. Our Wheaton Terror mix Jamie Foxx Prickle immediately plants himself next to her, no doubt hoping for falling popcorn crumb. Peter and I are on a couch, cuddled under a sheep wool blanket that Margot sent from Scotland. From the moment Leo comes on the screen in that navy blue suit, I have chest palpitations. He's like an angel, a beautiful damaged angel. Ah, what's he so stressed out about? Peter asked, reaching down and stealing a handful of Kitty's popcorn. Isn't he a prince or something? He's not a prince, I say. He's just rich, and his family is very powerful in his town. He's a dream guy, Kitty says in a proprietary tone. Well, he is all grown up now, I say, not taking my eyes off the screen. He's practically Daddy's age still. Still wait, I thought. I was your dream guy, Peter says. Not to me, to Kitty. He knows he's not my dream guy. My dream guy is Gilbert Blythe from Anna of Green Gables. Handsome, loyal, smart in school. Kitty says. You like my brother. Peter looks genuinely wounded, so I pat him on the shoulder. Don't you think he's a little scrawny? Peter presses. I touch him. He crosses his arm. I don't get why you guys get to talk during movies and I get shushed. It's pretty bullshit. It's our house, Kitty says. Your sister shushes me at my house too. We ignore him in a museum. In the play Romeo and Juliet were only 13. In the movie, the movie like 17 or 18. Definitely still teens. How did they know they were meant to be? How did they know they were meant to be? Just one look across a bedroom fish tank was all it took. They knew it was a love worth dying for. Because they do. No, they believe. I guess the difference is in those times people got married so much younger than they do now. Realistically, till death. Do a spot probably only meant like 15 or 20 years because people didn't live as long back then. But when the eyes meet across the fish tank, when Romeo goes to her balcony and professes his love, I can't help it. I believe too. Even though I know they barely know each other. And the story is over before it even truly begins. And the real part would have been in every day, in choosing to be with each other, despite all the hardships still. I think they could have made it work if they had only lived. As the credits roll, tears roll down my cheeks, and even Peter looks sad, but unsentimental. Dry-eyed little Kitty just hops and says she's taking Jamie Foxx's pickle outside to pee. Off they go, and meanwhile I'm still lost in my emotions on the couch, wiping tears from my eyes. They had such a good meet cute, I croak. What's a meet cute? Peter lying on his side now, his head propped up on his elbow. He looks so adorable. I could pinch his cheek, but I refrain from saying so. His head is big enough as it is. A meet cute is when the hero and the heroine meet for the very first time, and it's always in a charming way. It's how you know they are going to end up together. The cuter, the better. Like in the Terminator, when Reese saved Sarah Connor from the Terminator, and he says, "Come with me if you want to live." Freaking amazing line. I mean, sure, I guess that technicality. I mean cute. I was thinking more like it happened one night. We should add that to our list. Is that in the color or black and white? Black and white. Peter groans and falls back again. The coach consumes. It's too bad. We don't have to meet cute. I muse. You jumped me in the hallway at school. I think that is pretty cute. But we already knew each other, so it doesn't really count. I frown. We don't even remember how we met. How sad. I remember meeting you for the first time. Nah, liar. Just because you don't remember something doesn't mean I don't remember. I remember a lot of things. Okay, so how did we meet? Tell me. I challenge. I'm sure that whatever comes out of this mouth next will be a lie. I know it. Peter opens his mouth. He snaps it shut. I'm not telling. See? You just can't think of anything. No, you don't deserve to know, because you don't believe me. I roll my eyes. So full of it. After I turn off the movie, Peter and I go sit on the front porch drinking sweet tea I made the night before. It's cool out there. There's still enough bite in the air to let you know it isn't quite full on spring yet. But soon, the dogwood tree in our front yard is just beginning to flower. There is a nice breeze. I think I could sit here all afternoon and watch the branches sway and bow and the leaves dance. We still have a little time before he has to go help his mom. I won't go with him, mind the register, while he moves around furniture. But the last time Peter brought me his mom frowned and said, said, her store was a place of business, not a teenage hangout. Peter's mom doesn't outwardly dislike me, and I don't even think she inwardly dislikes me. But she still haven't forgiven me for breaking up with Peter last year. She's kind for me, but there this distrust, this awareness, it's a let wait and see kind of feeling. Let's wait and see when you're hurt my son again. I always imagine it. I would have a great, intelligent type relationship with my first boyfriend's mom. The two of us cooking dinner together, sharing tea and sympathy, playing scramble on a rainy afternoon. What are you thinking about? Peter asked me. You've got that look. I chew on my lower lip. I wish you might like me. Oh. I wish your mom liked me better. She looks like you. Peter, I gave him a look. She does. If she didn't like you, she wouldn't invite you for dinner. She invites me over for dinner because she wants to see you, not me. She invites me over for dinner because she wants to see you, not me. And true, I can tell this thought has never occurred to him, but it has the ring of truth, and he knows it. She wishes we break up before we leave for college. I blurted out. So does your sister. I crow. Ha! So you're admitting your mom wants us to break up. I don't know what I'm being so triumphant about. The thought is so depressing, even if I already suspect it. See things getting serious when you're young is a bad idea. It has nothing to do with you. I told her just because it didn't work out with you and Dad. It doesn't mean I be like that for us. I'm nothing like my dad, and you're nothing like my mom. Peter's parents got divorced when he was in 6th grade. His dad lives about 30 minutes away with his new wife and 2 young sons. When it comes to his dad, Peter doesn't say much. It's rare for him to even bring up. But this year, let's drink some milk again. Out of the blue, his dad has been trying to reconnect with him, inviting him to a basketball game, over to his house for dinner. So far, Peter been a stone wall. Does your dad look like you? I ask. I mean, do you look like him? Silently, he says, yeah, that's what people always say. I put my head on his shoulder. Then he must be very handsome. Back in the day, I guess, he concedes I am taller than him now. This is a thing that Peter and I have in common. He only has a mom and I only have a dad. He thinks I got the better end of the deal. Losing a mom who loved me versus a dad who is alive but a dirtbag. His words, not mine. Part of me agrees with him because I have so many good memories of mommy, and he has hardly any of his dad. I loved how after a bath I would sit cross-legged in front of her and watch TV while she combed the tangles out of my hair. I remember Margot used to hate to sit still for it, but I didn't mind. It's the kind of memory I like best, more of a feeling than an actual remembrance. They hum of a memory, blurry around the edges, soft and nothing particularly particularly special. All kinds of blending into one moment. Another memory like that is when we drop Margot off at piano lessons. And mommy and I would have secret ice cream sundaes in the McDonald's parking lot. Caramel and strawberry sauce. She gave me her peanuts, so I had extra ones. I asked her why she didn't like nuts on her sundae. And she said she did like them, but I loved them, and she loved me. But despite all of those good memories I wouldn't trade for anything. I know that even if my mom was a dirtbag, I'd rather have her with me than not. One day I hope Peter will feel that way about his dad. What are you thinking about now? Peter asked me. My mom, I say. Peter sets down his glass and stretches out and rests his head in my lap, looking up at me. He says, I wish I couldn't met her. She would really like you, I say, touching his hair. Hesitantly, I ask, do you think I might get to meet your dad someday? She would really like you, I say, touching his hair. Hesitantly, I ask, Do you think I might get to meet your dad someday? A cloud passes over his face, and I wish I hadn't brought it up. You don't want to meet him, he says. He's not worth it. Then he struggles closer to me. Maybe we should go on as Romeo and Juliet for Halloween this year. People at UVA go all for Halloween. I lean back against the post. He singing his subject. I know it, but I play along. So we be going as the Leo and Claire version of Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, he tugs on my braid. I'd be your knight in shining armor. I touch his hair. Would you be willing to consider growing your hair out a little bit and maybe dyeing it blonde? Otherwise, people might think you're just a knight. Peter is laughing so hard, I doubt he hears the rest of my sentence. Oh my God, Kofi, why are you so hilarious? I was joking, half joking, but you know, I take costuming seriously. Why bother doing something if you're only going to do it halfway? Okay, I will maybe wear a wig, but I'm not promising anything. I'd be our first UVA Halloween. I've been to the UVA for Halloween before. The first fall, Margot got her drive license. We took Kitty trick or treating on the lawn. She was Batman that year. I wonder if she might like to do that again. I mean, we finally be able to go to the UVA Halloween parties. Like, legit go to them and not have to sneak in. Sub-humor, hear me. And Gabe got kicked out of a CAE party. And it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. I look at him in surprise. You're never embarrassed. Well, I was that day. I was trying to talk to his girl, who was dressed up in a Cleopatra costume. And those older guys were like, "Get your ass out of here." Scrub and she and her friends laughing. Jerks. I lean down and kiss him on both cheeks. I would never laugh. You laugh at me all the time, he says. He lifts his head up and pulls my face closer. And we are kissing, a upside down Spider-Man type of kiss. You like it when I laugh at you? I say, and smiling, he's right. Alright, this was chapter 3 of the love story Always and Forever Lara Jean. I hope you have enjoyed listening tonight at me, and I hope you could follow the story well. I want to thank you all for watching at this video. I want to ask you to not forget to leave a like on this video and to subscribe to my channel. I always like it when you leave a comment in a subscription. I want to thank you all for watching at this video. I hope you guys will have a wonderful evening, and I want to say sleep well and tune the next time. Goodbye.